All right, we are live. This is Epic Sketch Time 2016, number 8, A Call to Adventure, because I have to name these things something. My name is James Stowe. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator. I make sidekickquest.com, and tonight I am joined by, please introduce yourself.
My name is Pat McEwen. I'm a full-time bookseller and part-time cartoonist. I make a comic called The Devil and Mr. Gandhi.
And I am Brett Giuliano. I work full-time as a web developer, and I make the comic Dust Bunny Mafia.
And we may be joined by others tonight, but for the next hour or so, we are going to be drawing somewhat epically. I'm going to be working on my 200th page. Woo!
Yay!
Never in a million years did I think I'd get to 200.
And now what are you shooting for?
201.
Isn't that the other half?
Well, no, 200 is a big, long one. So it's double-sized.
Ah.
Here. There's the double-sized version of it. And it's incredibly rough story. And yes, I'm actually using the perspective tool in Illustrator. The wonkiest thing in the world. Granted, I'm not using it practically, I'm just using it as a guide.
I can honestly say I haven't used that, but I don't know if it's because of my version or just don't know about it.
It has never really been the greatest of tools. But for just plotting a simple perspective grid, it's not terrible. So what are you guys working on tonight?
I am continuing on with my buffer. And if I finish this tonight, I will be a month out, which is nice. But at least,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that.
Well, at least for mine, 3 panels is a lot easier than usually a full page. So less work, theoretically. And
now, how often do you publish?
I publish twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And so, let's see, roughly just over 100 comics a year scheduled, and then random holidays. So. Yeah.
See, it's taken me 4 years to get to 200.
Yeah, I have 350 or 370 last time I checked, currently published. And that's coming up on 4 years in end of March.
Now, have you ever collected? I can't remember. I think we talked about this before.
I'm actually working on that. And that's actually one of the things I was gonna get you guys' opinion on, actually. If you flip over to my screen, I'm pulling up, well, this is my rough layout of the cover I'm working on for the book.
Sure.
And I just wanted to get an idea. I created this scene from actually from another drawing, and I was like, hey, this would be perfect for the first book. And I'm not really a graphic designer. I wouldn't call myself that, so just wanted to get a first I've shown it to a couple, family and friends, but usually they're pretty easygoing when it comes to critiquing and stuff. So,
Well, I think the drawing is fantastic.
thank you.
I think you're losing your logo almost completely, and I think the title needs to be up top and a lot more prominent. Needs to
Yeah.
take up a third of the page.
For the title?
And I would include your logo with it, like Dust Bunny Mafia, Meet the Family, something like that. But they need to know what they're buying.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially the part that I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing here. And so I was trying to go for like a Godfather-esque theme, like at least for the logo, not the logo.
Sure.
But for the
title.
For the title, yeah.
Well, lucky for you, I slaved away for like 10 to 15 years as a art director before throwing it all away to draw funny pictures.
So no more art directing?
Huh?
No more art directing?
No, I work for myself now. I mean, I pretty much stay at home and I draw a bunch of stuff. And I don't have to tell graphic designers who don't want to hear what I have to say what I have to say. It's a much better living. When it comes to being a creator or being a manager, I definitely enjoy creating a lot more than I enjoy managing.
I could see that.
Huh. Weird. Apparently, I invited a bunch of people, and they are not being able to use the invite that I sent them.
Huh. I got it just fine, but
So I'm trying again. So we might get a few more people here soon.
yay! I know.
Did you make that font, Brett?
No, I found it on like one of the free font websites.
Sure.
So I would love to do credit for it.
I would stroke it.
Yeah,
Stroke it.
Yes, I would.
I had it stroked.
Maybe give it a heavy drop shadow behind it.
Yeah, I had it stroked, but as you can see, it's not like in the M. It's not cohesive. It's three separate parts.
Well, you can use your Pathfinder to make that one thing. You're in Illustrator, right? I'm assuming.
Yep. Yeah.
So if you open the Pathfinder window. And then hit the combined shape mode all the way over to the left. Unite it. Now it's one thing.
I had no clue this existed.
Oh yeah, Pathfinder is your friend. Align is also one of the best windows in the entire thing. Align helps you line everything up.
Oh yeah.
More graphic design. That's a term, graphic design.
When I'm zoomed out, or maybe not zoomed out, but working with a group, I have it docked inside. So where is it? Normally it shows up right here. up top. But yeah, I use that a lot.
Yeah, I like it. Those are two of my most useful. Here, let's see. What do I always make sure I have transform, Pathfinder, align, all ready to go. Although I
Yeah.
appear to be, because I do a little teaching now, I appear to be the only person I know of that uses the navigator. I find the navigator to be indispensable. Whoa. What is that?
Is someone trying to call?
I think they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just
A lot of people are getting an error. Can either of you invite people in? Do you have that prompt?
add people.
Yes, I hear you. Please stop. All right, I apologize while I'm trying to fix uh, people not being able to join this call. Let's try again.
I just added. Well, let's see.
All right, wait, is that some?
Yeah, I added him on a mine. It looks like, and I lost him.
But he's not part of this call.
But it was. That's how it showed up.
That's very strange. All right. Technical issues.
No, I just added Bill to the hangout.
Neither of you two had any trouble getting in, right?
Nope.
Yep, no problem.
Huh.
Well, I tried to add him.
I've sent them all an invite again. And hopefully that will work.
Yes, I'm in.
Woohoo!
All right, good.
It's about time.
Now there was somebody else who was trying to get in.
Bill.
Do you know who that was, so I can invite them?
Hang on, I'm trying.
I know Bill Morse was trying to get in.
Yeah.
I've invited him several times.
Yes, but some of your links were, when we tried to click on them, they were only saying, sorry, but there's an error with this invite.
Weird.
And I'm trying to go back to the event thing to see if I can find. I think what was happening was I was going in to watch the event, and that was causing a problem with the connection.
So you can't watch it and attend it at the same time?
Yeah, I think that's what was happening.
Well, it makes sense. Logically.
So it might be. I'm trying to go to the event. If I get disconnected, I'll let you know.
Oh, I'm sure we'll know. All right, I'm going to invite Bill again for the fourth time.
See, there's a message board on the event, and people are posting there who are trying to get in.
I see it. I've even responded to it.
Okay, so you've invited those people in?
I have. Well, I did invite
There was one person
my
who was
life
going,
is cool,
boo.
because all she's doing is saying boo.
Oh, okay, fine.
I invited James and Bill.
Well, I see James on the screen.
Yes.
I also quit my browser and restarted it back up to get inside.
Maybe that's the key.
That's Tech Support 101. Might want to...
Yeah, because I
Turn it off, turn it
quit
back
my
on again.
browser, made sure I didn't go back into the event, and just waited until I got a new, fresh invite from you that didn't have an error attached to it, and then I got in. And I also did it. I was actually on my Google profile page and found it popping up on the screen, and that one worked, whereas the invite in my email was not working. Who knows why these things happen? Are you broadcasting yet?
I sure am. I've been broadcasting for
Echo.
Wait, am I echoing now?
It was just the last time.
So today I did 2 storyboards for photo shoots.
Cool.
Just,
For what and what?
yeah,
And
just
you are
quick
not
ones.
allowed to say.
Let's see. And last week I flew to Annapolis to work on a project. And that was fun. I did 41 images. Very well received. Hey, Bill, you finally made it.
Yeah, I finally got the keys to the door about a minute ago.
Stowe, who's got the main screen?
I don't think anybody at this point.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to try to invite Jim Kersey in again. Now that you've made it in, so. All right, hopefully that works. So, Mark, Bill, please introduce yourself. Half an hour in, let us know what you do.
I'm Bill Morse. I do a comic strip called Rhapsodies, and also freelance illustrator.
My name is Mark Monlux. I'm a freelance illustrator since 1985. I do a strip called The Comic Critic, which is cartoon movie reviews, and another one called The Return of Stickman. And my project for today is I'm doing a series of obscure horror movie monsters.
So what's the critter of the night?
Forever.
I'm about ready to let me put them up on the screen. And so this is the critter for tonight, or one of them.
Is it actually Critter from the movie Critters?
No. That's going to be my Alien movie series.
Ah,
No, this is a
you had me all excited.
movie called Manster.
Wait, say that again?
Manster, like monster, but with an A. Manster.
Oh, I thought it was Manster like hamster, but monster. Because I
That's
would
what I
want
was thinking
a
too.
monster hamster movie.
But it's like hamster, but just put an M instead of the H.
Right. But that, in my mind, creates a completely different movie than probably the one that you are actually going.
Well, that's because you've got guinea pigs on the brain in your house.
It's true. It's true. We do have some guinea pigs now.
So in this movie, this man is feeling all stressed out, and this Japanese doctor says, "I have just a cure for you." gives him a shot of this stuff, and basically he gets all itchy on his shoulder, and he looks on his shoulder, and there's an eye on his shoulder, and he starts screaming and having a fit. And bit by bit, this head grows out of his shoulder. It's his id. And it starts taking control of his body, and the two of them kind of get a little freakish together, and then his id completely separates off of his body at one point into the sort of like this semi-ape creature.
Did this come before or after the one with the ad executive?
Oh, this was well before the one with the ad executive. We're talking in the 50s. We're thinking about how to get ahead in advertising.
Yes.
And that was a boil that turned into a head.
Uh-huh.
And if you haven't seen How to Get Ahead in Advertising, I highly recommend it. It's a great farce.
Yeah.
So there's a movie called How to Get Ahead in Advertising, and it's literally about some guy growing a second head.
It starts off as a boil on his neck, and then it gets bigger and it turns into a head, and the head is better at coming up with advertising campaigns than he is, and it slowly takes over his life.
Right.
It's a British dark comedy, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'll vouch. I saw it in my movie review. I saw it a couple of months ago during my Wednesday selection.
Now, did you know it was about a boil that grows and takes over a dude's life when you decided to rent this thing?
No, I think I was going for comedies about. I think I was going for business satire at the time, and that came as a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, but at least it wasn't bad. I mean, this. I think I hit one of my lows for this week's lineup.
What are you watching this week, Bill?
Haven't decided yet, but what I watched was Galaxina and Battle Beyond the Planets.
Oh my God, those are horrible.
Battle Beyond the Planets has some cultish charm to it, but Galaxina, let me put it this way: it was so bad I kept being surprised by the absence of gratuitous sex.
But it had the guy from the Frito-Lay commercials on there.
Ah. I was not aware of that.
Why would you be?
I was sort of going. My strategy was in honor of Star Wars to go for all of the rip-offs, or at least the 80s space opera, and I thought I'd done the research to not be overly masochistic, but I guess it backfired.
So on this image, I have mainly some blues and some warm browns. And I'm thinking about doing sort of like a transition between a dark purple and a dark green.
For the background?
Yeah, for the background. Give that a shot.
Oh, hey, James made it in.
Yeah, I just requested him. Is he here?
Yep, I made it.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Hey.
Sorry you had so much trouble. I don't know what was going on with that.
I'm sure it was on my end.
Oh, you never know.
When everybody's in.
James, why don't you take a second and introduce yourself and what you do?
Hey, I am Jim Kersey. I do a comic called The Amok Brothers from time to time, as well as Oversimplified. Been drawn for a very long time. Just started trying to get back into making comics and just having a really great time at it.
Cool.
So you prefer Jim?
Yeah, I go by Jim.
All right. As a James, I generally hate Jim. I usually go by James.
Well, that'll be a good distinction then.
There you go. So I'll be the James of the group. You be the Jim.
Ideal.
And now we've set a precedent. There can only be one of every type. So the next Mark is screwed.
That's a good rule.
Or the next bill has to stick a Y at the end of it, whether they like it or
That's
not.
right. They're Billy.
William.
For a while, I was tempted to experiment with Will, but I always worried that people would get it mixed up with a prefix.
So if you guys don't mind a little show and tell, I just recently finished a freelance card game job that is currently with the client for approvals. And although I technically haven't gotten permission from the client to show it to anybody, I am also sure that this particular client wouldn't mind if I showed it off each night. And just for the sheer size of the file, it would be interesting to show it to everyone. So if you guys will, here, let me share the screen for a second. So this is the file that I've made for this particular card game. It has every single card in it in one file. And then some other stuff. But it's called Dragon Slay. It is a math card game. There's the card back. You guys can see that.
Was this that Kickstarter you were talking about?
This is a Kickstarter I'm working on,
Okay.
but it's not my Kickstarter.
No,
Here.
that's what I meant. I remember you saying that you had a client with a Kickstarter account project, and I was wondering if this was the one or not.
This is one of them, yeah. Right now I'm working on 2 active Kickstarters that are about to launch soon, plus my own for Sidekick Quest. But this is one of those Kickstarter projects. So in it, I've drawn several monsters. Now the fun part about this job is that when the client came to me, he had drawn a prototype deck. Like, he drew it himself. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, it's awesome. I can't believe you let your kid draw your prototype cards. And he's like, no, I did that. And then I had to feel bad for a few bits. But what I did is I took his initial drawings and I took them as the basis for all the cards. And the cards he came up with, it's really cheap. It's great for because it's a basic math card game for kids with a fantasy touch to it. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not, but I really enjoyed this job. It was a goodie. And all the little notations that
Yes.
he actually put these on the cards. I wasn't sure if they were initially for me, like put blue snot here, or not. So I thought they were so clever. I just incorporated them into the cards. So I had a lot of fun with this job. This was actually his design for the Ring of Truth. I have no idea how anyone could wear that particular ring.
Yeah, it looks like
That would
You
be
must
very
have
painful.
that looks like you
I
would
really wanted to
damage.
keep his initial design, so I just drew it the way he drew it.
Seems like one you put on and you don't get to take off ever.
Right, ever. That is your ring forever. Yeah. So there you go. That's Dragonflay. I just finished that this week. Oh, hey, speaking of Kickstarters, so I've decided I'm finally going to pull the trigger and collect sidekick quests into a book. And part of the book is going to be like a role-playing adventure based on the comic. And I'm actually writing the game part of it with my son. And Brett, I think you'll like this more than anybody else. One of the monsters he wants to create for sidekick quests are dust bunnies.
Yes.
Yes, so I hope I'm not getting sued by you at any point. But I might throw a mobster version in there just as a nice homage.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm not sure if the background for this is working very well.
Ooh.
Let's try.
That's not bad. I like the different, like the green up top. I'm not sure about the brown, tannish, ochre thing.
Yeah, that's not sure what color that should really be. I was messing around in levels, and I think I just made it terrible. So I'll go back to that one and
So, Mark, do you see my screen?
yes, I see your screen.
That big loopy thing in the background there?
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, you know what that is?
It's my head.
It's the Monlux, that's right. So when I first started this comic strip, Mark and I have been friends for several years now. And Mark has always professed to hate children. That's right, I'm saying it on the internet.
You can
So
only
I
believe half.
decided to name the source of ultimate evil in Sidekick Quests after Mark. So the
Oh, gee.
Monlux is named after him. And after 22 or 200 pages, everyone's finally going to see it for the first time. Hilariously, I think I even had you sign a likeness rights contract.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Or at
In
least
case one day you decided that maybe you didn't want to be the embodiment of all child-hating evil.
Did you get the right to refuse designs?
Oh no, I just pretty much signed over rights that he could use the name Monlux.
Oh.
Of course, that doesn't mean that anyone else named omelets might not have a beef with them, but
That's right, exactly.
I'm pretty proud of the color background I did for the Abominable Dr. 5, so I'm going to pull that up.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh,
So here's the background for that one.
Jeez.
Went for some nice psychedelics.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
ah.
You know what? The white really distracts, though.
I know, but he's wearing a white cloak.
I know, but throw some, like, I don't know, some grays in there or something. Give it some. It's really flat.
No,
Compared to his body, compared to his face, the body is really flat.
yeah, I have no more time left to do that. I'm in coloring mode for the background strictly at this point. Unlike some people who don't track their hours on projects. You know,
Yeah. I don't know who you're talking about. I estimate hours.
Okay. Sure you do.
I do. I totally estimate hours.
Within reason?
No, he estimates hours. He just doesn't track hours. So he does. He
I
doesn't.
don't. I don't actually audit afterwards. I'd be afraid, I think, of what I found out if I did.
So if you gentlemen will kindly take a look at my screen, I'll throw it up real quickly.
If the question is what's the background, I suggest something in the blue range.
And that was going to be my question. I have this wonderful monster. It's a giant rat creature called Missoula. About 8 feet tall. So I was thinking a dark blue on the top and maybe a little bit of a violet hint down towards the bottom. I'll let go of the screen.
Oh. More on the topic, quick question. I've been starting to play with planning to overhaul the store on my page, and I was playing around with a few t-shirt ideas, and this is the first new one I've been playing with. And while I mostly like it, I'm not remembering where I got the font, but since I'm pretty sure it was one of Blambot's freebies, I was wondering if I should redo it with something more original, pseudo-Greek.
Just from an aesthetic sense?
What? No.
Phil,
What?
can you
Like, why would it matter to you?
Because I'm afraid I wouldn't want Blambot to sue me.
Oh, I see. What's their
I'm pretty sure it's just if you have
licensing
it.
agreement with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just if you have it published by a major publisher that would come after you.
Okay, so Cafe Press is okay for the time being. Yeah.
No, I think it's still kind of you, but yeah, that's a really good question.
I mean, I'd always figured I'd worry about it when the strip starts getting more hits, but in the meantime, sort of like if I'm actually selling something, I figure that's something different.
Yeah.
why don't you use a website called What the Font? And if you take a JPEG of your font that you've been using, upload it. What the Font will tell you not only what that font is, but what similar fonts are available, and maybe you have something in your library that you don't have to worry about licensing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they give you usage rights? Like, do they let you know what the usage rights of each one is?
They let you know who owns it. So if you have something like, say, an Adobe font, you bought your Adobe fonts, then you don't have to worry about licensing. There are some fonts that, if it's just a regular Helvetica but they will let you know what the company is that you can get the font from and what the price tag is. So maybe if you find something that's very similar to Blambot's.
Yeah.
Don't you have to purchase Blambot fonts?
Yes and no. The good ones are for they have a lot of their basic ones for free, but then they as sort of an advertising method, and then the other half of them they do sell, and then of course there's the custom stuff.
Huh. I've never worked with their fonts. So I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, I bought a few fonts from him, and they were pretty reasonably priced. And then once you buy them, you can use them for whatever.
Yeah. But if you're just worried about it, and you can find a similar font, just use that.
Right.
Gentlemen, I've been falling asleep for the past 20 minutes, so I'm going to say good night. And hopefully I will be more productive and more engaged and more awake next time. So everybody have a nice night, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Well, you do the same. Have a great one.
Good night, sir.
See you.
I thought he was quiet. More quiet.
Yeah, it was the same drawing of the devil, too, just kind of sitting there for a while.
Now, last week I tried to sign on, and I was having a lot of difficulty doing that because I think my hotel room internet connection was bad. It wasn't just, allowing me to stay on.
Right. But this week you had issues as well, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they were the same issues.
Okay. You actually got an error message this week, right?
No error messages last time. It's just that every time I got on, I couldn't stay on for longer than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I think it was a...
Now, Bill and Jim, did you also get an error message when you tried to
I wasn't getting anything, and occasionally there was a few times where I thought I was going in through the right door, and it turned out what I thought was an invite was just telling me to call people individually.
Yeah, I got a few calls from you that I promptly ignored.
Yeah. And then I finally got the actual invite about 48 at 48.
Yeah, because I sent you like 4 of them. I sent you the initial,
Yeah.
and then I sent you several afterwards when it was apparent to me that people were having trouble getting on.
Yeah, because I mean, in the past, there's been a few times where it was vague, but it never was a problem. And any problems that I would have, it was just merely an annoying first 5 minutes, and not this.
Right.
I was seriously coming close to losing my sense of humor.
I guess the epic part of this week is the epic amount of trouble people have getting on to the podcast, or wall, or whatever this thing is hanging. This is the part in epic sketch time where everyone is quiet and draws. It happens every week. Everybody runs out of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's my background for Nezula. I'll toss that up on the screen for you guys to look at.
Oh, that works.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Although that really light blue spot
Yeah,
really draws the eye up to that corner, which you may or may not want.
yeah. Hang on, let me go into that particular layer, and what I'll do is I'll lower down the opacity of that. How's that now?
A
Um,
little.
A little bit more. How's that?
that's better.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Another one down. Let's see who else is on the list. Well, this is the background I chose for the hideous sun demon. Pull him up.
Now, see, that makes it look like a travel brochure. Like, join the hideous sun demon in sunny Puerto Vallarta.
All it needs is a drink.
Right? Like, it should have a little, really cocktail there.
Let's see. And did a very simple one.
That's really nice.
This is for Salem's Lot that's popping up now.
Well, that's taking forever.
Well, I think I have too many files open. Need a...
I
Yes.
remember correctly, the Salem's Lot vampire was sort of looked like a generic Nosferatu ripoff.
Oh, it needs more mood lighting.
No, I'm happy with that.
No, man, it just needs the eyes, nothing else. Everything dark except the eyes. Oh my God! Look at the inside of those eyeballs.
So that's a close-up of one of the eyes.
Eeh.
No, I'm going to keep it how that is. I
All
like
right.
it.
I know you don't have time to go back. Just doing background.
Let's see. So suggestions for the background color on this one. This is called the reptile.
I was almost about to say red, but that would seem almost too hot.
A yellow would be nice.
I'm kind of going with Bill with the
Maybe the same pinkish orange you have for the eyes.
Now I don't want to.
What about a yellow-orange?
Yeah, we'll try a yellow to orange, and then, but I don't want to make it. I'd like to make it dark if at all possible, because for the most part you only see her against a really dark background. So.
Is the guy who made the Salem's Lot vampire all bright and shiny.
Well, his background was fairly dark. Okay, so you guys are voting for yellow and red-orange. Give that a shot. Oh, it's already 8:30. I'm going to say goodnight, gentlemen.
All right. Have
And
a good one.
I'll see you next week.
Great.
Hey Jim,
Mm,
are you in Photoshop? What program are you?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm an illustrator.
I'm just seeing you flip the canvas and everything around really.
Oh, Jim or me?
Jim.
I don't know what he's working on. It's probably Photoshop.
Sorry, yeah, it's a Mega Studio.
Oh, there you
Ah,
go.
I was like, I haven't seen people flip
Oh, I knew
the
you could
canvas.
do.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, really fluid in here.
Yeah, I just got Magna Studio a while back. My learning curve is coming along nicely, but
Cool.
sort of at the same time, I'm probably not taking a little longer to learn it than I should, mainly because when you got a deadline, you go with what you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's been a huge help to me. Yeah, I've got one of the buttons on my pen to rotate the canvas, and then just one of the switches on the Cintiq to zoom in and out. So yeah, I'm just kind of flying around doing whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, it helps to keep the so, kind of making the same stroke over and over again. So once you get good at that sort of diagonal line, you can use it anywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got excuse me. So one button for the hand tool, and the other one for rotating.
Nice.
And then if you double tap with the rotate, it resets back to the default. So you kind of reorient yourself.
That's cool. I love your line work too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean the program. I don't know what I'd do without it, to be honest. I mean, it's just so I've been using it for so long now. As I try to draw those. I mean, it's a fraction of the cost of Photoshop, and
Oh,
I mean,
that's for
90% of
sure.
what I do now is in this
Yeah,
program.
I've been definitely the biggest selling point is sort of the drawing feels all the drawing stuff feels natural,
Mm-hmm.
and the model function, while it's a bit of a pain, has its and the model function has sort of been made me not have to rush too long to replace my copy of a poser.
Yeah. I've not been able to get that to work quickly enough. I mean, it's just really jittery trying to position anything. Um, I mean, it seems like an awesome tool, but yeah, I just can't get it to work well enough for me. But then again, so I just tweeted a little while ago. I retired my I had a 2007 Mac Pro
Uh,
that I did most of my stuff on, and the the lag on the Cintiq was just really getting terrible. I plugged into this newer PC and it's running, I mean, like it's brand new.
Oh, that's cool.
So I should probably try some of those things that were lagging pretty bad before.
All right, I'm probably going to need to get out of here, everybody. My kids are due home any minute. So hopefully I will see everyone next week. Thank you for epically hanging out with me for an hour and, 15 minutes? Hopefully, if I quit out, hopefully the broadcast will keep going on. But if it doesn't, I apologize.
Okay.
So I will see everyone next week.
Sounds great. Thanks, James.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.